Alrighty, welcome back. Day 2. Much of the same as day 1, but some new things, new landmarks. Pretty big one. So, first thing in this video is I'll show you, it'll take forever here, my exercise routine that I'm going to do. You know what, I'll start the video with that. So, 4 exercises on tap. Very basic. Good to get some new ones, hopefully a few days, once these ones get advanced. And then also, I think things will really take off exercise-wise in probably 12 days-ish, once allowed to do a little bit more weight-bearing through the right leg, as right now it's, as I mentioned in the last one, it's still the less than 20-pound weight bearing. So you're pretty limited in terms of what exercises you can do when you're at that. So I think that'll open up a lot in a week or so. So right now it's quite basic. And then, yeah, probably when the bike gets added in, they'll start changing things as well in terms of what I could do. But here are my 4. Let me see if I could flip this around while doing a live. All right. Here we go. You ready? Here's the first one. So, here's what it should look like. Heel slide. Okay, and now we'll go with affected leg. That's one. So we got the brace on too. So there's a brace under my shorts here. So it stops us from going past 90. So 2. We'll run through this quick. 3. It starts feeling better as I'm doing it. What's actually really cool about this heel slides one is when I used to do heel slides, there would be a snap in my hip every time I did that, like a big audible click. Now you can't hear nothing. Smooth like a baby seal. I think that's 7. We'll do an extra one for good measure. 8, because I can't remember what I'm at. 9, 10. Just hold that one. And nice and slow. And then one more. 11. Okay. Next one, quad set. So I'm going to move this down a bit. So here's what it should look like. Left leg. Okay, so we push. I'm pushing the knee down into the pillow. So we go 1, and you hold that. Okay? And then you release. So we'll go now on affected leg. Let's see this one. All right. This one actually hurts me quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Halfway. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 8. 2 to go. 9. Last one. Hold this one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, next up. Next up are butt clenches, but I'll do my ankle pumps first, just to make it a little more entertaining. So here we go. We go pull to the sky, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then point my toes all the way. And purpose is to get blood flow up and stop blood clots. So your calf muscles are basically helping pumping the blood from your veins up. And 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get a better angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It used to have a lot of swelling actually earlier in the day here. It looks like it's gone down quite a bit because I've been laying down for the last little while, so it's swelling's going down a bit. This is round 4 of the exercise. I think that's 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 to go. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Last one. 3, 4, 5. And then what I like to do is after the kind of more holdy ones, I like to then switch back and forth and just do some pumps. Just nice. Because then I feel like I'm biking more. Or doing something, like running, biking, ellipticaling, kind of just going back and forth between the legs. Because, when are you going, up and down like that? Never. So, this is more natural for endurance sports, like flutter kick or anything like that. And then just, pump it, pump it, pump it. Work it, work it, work it, work it. There you go. Okay. Now the last one I'll do as I'm talking to you about my day. But the last one is just butt clenches. So you just squeeze the glutes. I do find this one actually hurts quite a bit into the front of the hip. But we'll do them as I'm talking, and that'll distract me. Well, actually, I'll just, So, what was I going to say? Still, day 2 here, still haven't had to take any painkillers at this point. Just the naproxen and aspirin that are used for two reasons. One, the aspirin to help prevent DVTs, and then 2, the ibuprofen, or naproxen, sorry, is being used essentially to, because one of the main things with the surgery was shaving down the bone, and in my case, shaving down both the femur and the acetabulum. One of the things that can happen is that the body, in response to this, can be like when you break a bone or something like that, and wants to lay down more bone. But in my case, we don't want to lay down bone. We just took it off, right? So there's a risk that when you shave it off, the body's going to react and put it back, essentially creating that cam again, or the pincer, or either one in my case, because I had both. And so the naproxen is being used as well to help slow that down. I think it's called heterotopic ossification is the technical term. So it's preventing that from happening. And so, but other than that, haven't had to take. And then there's one, can't remember the name of it, one other medication that just helps protect your stomach, just as the aspirin and ibuprofen both will have an impact on your stomach. And so, yeah, the one other one that I take is to help prevent that stomach for or help keep the stomach happy. Um, so yeah, haven't had to resort to painkillers at all. Pain, like when I'm at rest here, is quite good. And then the main thing of the day was I was going to shower for the first time. So took the dressing off and got a look at the sutures. Can I upload the picture here? Probably not. But um, overall, they're a lot smaller than I thought, and there's only 3 of them. They said to me that there was going to be anywhere between 3 and 5. Um, and so only 3, about 1 centimeter, maybe a little bit more than 1 centimeter long. And then those come out on the 29th of September. But yeah, they is a lot less bruised than I thought it would be. From what I had read before on this, that it could be like really kind of gnarly looking underneath. In my case, it's like there's a little bit of color to it, but it's hard to tell also like what of that is bruise and what of it is the like the antiseptic kind of stuff that they put on before surgery. Like it's probably a little bit of each. So took that off. It's a huge bandage. But yeah, did that and then was good to take a shower. Probably overexerted a little too much with that, and just was up on my feet a little too long. And so really weird experience. First time in my life felt like I was gonna just black out completely. So I started sweating profusely and like my ears, like I was hearing like a ringing in my ears, like I couldn't really hear anything. Um, First it just felt like I was gonna vomit, and I thought, well, maybe it's because I'm kind of looking at these incisions quite a bit. But then it was kind of like, well, I don't get squeamish looking at cuts or bruises or anything like I could watch a surgery on YouTube and it's not a problem. So it doesn't. This is odd, um, but whatever. And then yeah, it was when I started just like dripping, dripping sweat, which was really wild. Um, it's kind of incredible how um, like powerful your body is. Like like just like you're not doing physical activity or anything really, and you're standing there, and it's just like bam, just having this huge, complete reaction. Can't think of the word for it, but anyways, that was an experience. But sat down and then that passed after about 5 minutes, so I was actually okay about 5 minutes later. Um, Put the bandages on, the waterproof bandages, and wanted to just still get in the shower. Got in the shower, and the shower was fine. It was okay. So I did a couple waterproof bandages, and then I did saran wrap around the leg as well, and then taped it to keep it dry. And then got in the shower, avoided that area pretty much altogether. Um, and yeah, successfully got out and everything like that without incident. I did probably put a little too much weight through the leg on the way out, so I'll kind of change how I get out a little bit the next time. But it's like everything is hard the first time, and then it gets easier with each passing time. So I'm sure a couple more showers from now, and it'll be like, you know, piece of cake. Just like even just like doing the stairs and stuff like that. Like doing the stairs day one compared to doing the stairs now, even though I don't go up and down them throughout the day here, it's a lot easier now than it was day one. So, anyways, weird, scary-ish experience with the near blackout, but overall, there were no incidents and accomplished the main thing, which was getting into the shower. And so that's another kind of step along the path of recovery is, take the dressing off, take a shower, put new dressings on, and kind of start with that process, because I'm supposed to be taking the dressings off every day. You don't add any ointments or anything like polysporins, even though like you look at it and you're like, oh, take care of that. No, but it's that you're supposed to keep them completely dry. and so you can't add anything to them. So it's just bandage and let it do its thing on its own, and then in 2 weeks' time, the sutures will come out. Um, and yeah, it I think it actually makes the brace much more effective once the bandage is out. So it's a good thing overall doing the shower, because now that the huge gauze pad, like it was a really thick pad, now that that's off, the brace fits much more flush to me, obviously, and so it doesn't slide to the front of my quad, where before it was kind of sliding all over the place and not really doing what it's supposed to be doing. Now, even though it is much more uncomfortable, it is now actually doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is stopping me from going past into extension, and 90 degrees of hip flexion is the biggest one for me to be avoiding at this point for the next 6 weeks actually. But anyways, so that's day 2. I just did not much this afternoon after that shower there, because that obviously takes a lot, or takes more out than normal. But tomorrow will be a little bit more of the same, and continuing to slowly progress. Just kind of how much time or how many times I'm able to get up, maybe not the time itself, but the frequency. Play with that a little bit, and then in a few days' time, then we get our first physio, where we'll get a good check-in of things and hopefully some new exercises to do. And yeah, like overall, like pain-wise, as I said, still quite good. It's just still just hip flexor pain right now. It doesn't feel anything really into the joint at all, which to me would be like the more concerning pain. Like this feels actually more familiar. Like it feels more like, you've done like a really big hilly run kind of thing, like or like maybe actually, a run on snow or something, when your hip flexors get really sore after that. But like a massive run. So like, you've done like 100K run on snow. And it's like the hip flexor pain from that, like a sharper kind of hip flexor pain. But none into the actual, like I can't feel any labral pain. To me, whenever I've had labral pain, or pain that I've attributed to the labrum at least, it's like a very deep ache. Where in this case, it's much more superficial feeling. So I think it's the much better of them. To me, the muscle will heal much quicker than any cartilage or bone in this case, or cartilage with the labrum. So I think it's the better of the pains to have here in this case, for this particular procedure. I mean, anyways, yeah, that's day 2. And on day 3, because I think day 3 is pretty much going to be similar to day 2, I probably won't do a video on day 3, so I'll catch you on day 4, unless something comes up on day 3 that I want to do another one of these. But if I don't see you tomorrow, thanks so much for watching. And if you want to see the first 2 days, I created a playlist here on YouTube that says FAI surgery recovery or something to that. And so you could check the first 2 days out. The first day was only a 3-minute long one, and then these last 2 have been lives like this. So a little bit longer, but yeah, check them out if you're interested in seeing. And if, what was I going to say? If you wanted to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 500. That's the goal. And then, yeah, so hopefully we can get there by the end of this series. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.